There's that. Ah, there's part of the escape route. Since I didn't dig straight down, I've now got to figure out how I get out.
Well, digging straight down's bad anyway.
Yeah. It's my favorite way of getting around, though. Because everyone always flips out.
And because you make bad choices.
Yeah. Angel likes to insist that she's one of them. I don't know. You haven't stabbed me yet.
And see, that seems like a pretty good sign.
Yeah, I'm going to take that as like a major sign that things are headed at least partially in the right direction.
I mean, she's had ample opportunity to stab you by now.
Yes, and she doesn't. She only beats me.
Yeah.
And that's perfect, because that's how you express love. If you're German. Huh? Rob was telling me that there was some couple there who pretty much reminded him of me and Angel. Who pretty much just, she hits me. I was like, and he said something about we should get them together in the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, damn it. Damn it.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
Yeah. I'm glad that, I'm glad he had a good time. He doesn't, he's way more self-sacrificing than I could ever be. So, and he was like, yeah, we want to start going to these. I was like, I will do everything in my power.
Well, that's good. Hopefully there will be something next year.
Yeah. I think it would be pretty cool for him to get, or for that to turn into a regular thing. All right, so I made it out. Where the hell are you?
I've been looking for my dog.
Ah.
I can't remember where we left it.
I
thought it was in the forest, but I can't find it. Doesn't really matter now. I was just gonna try to go unsit it and see if it would chase you down the dungeon.
That'd be amusing.
For me, yeah.
Well, yeah. Let's see. I found a chest with bread in it, and I thought it said beard.
Nice.
I could use a chest full of beard. More diamonds. Oh, wow. More diamonds, a portal modifier, and a portal upgrade. Dimensional.
Okay.
And a pile of gold. Damn it, I don't want the fucking... No, I want those, but I don't want the damn flint. Kept trying to put it back in my inventory. I'm like, no, this is the least useful thing. Alright, and I've got 4 obsidian. What else don't I need? I've got a lot of string. Should I hang on to that in case you want to make a bow?
Well, there's cotton plants.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they existed. Alright. Don't need a wooden axe. That. I think that's everything of any use. Well, I guess I should grab the gold. That way we can continue our, gold collection obsession. Well, it's not really an obsession. It just... I think it turned into a scorecard at some point.
Or something.
Or at that point, more of a habit.
I think it was more of an absurdity.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. All right,
oh, it was.
Almost out the hole. Caught again. All right. Make a workbench or 2 in here while I'm here. But, I'm trying to think. It barely works anymore.
The think?
Yeah, I don't think anymore, really. I just kind of do. I do. I didn't need, for example, I didn't actually need to make those workbenches. I don't need armor at all or weapons at all. I just made 2 workbenches for no reason whatsoever.
Well, they're crafting tables. That's all the reason you need.
True. And, apparently Angel is no longer bothered by them, which saddens me. But what that tells me is we're going to have to sneak onto a Horrible People server, or like start up the Horrible People server sometime. Just make a gigantic workbench. Like pixel art, one block at a time. Yeah. Well, I found another tower, actually. Now I do kind of need that flint. Because I have TNT and I'm dumb.
Uh-huh.
I'll go find it again. It wasn't that far. But, I don't know. Let me see. The other problem is, of course, since it's August now, the temperature is going back up for no discernible reason.
Yay.
And since I sit in a room, you know, that is boiling, it just
run your air conditioner.
It sounds awful on the videos. Well, actually, it doesn't, but I'm so obsessed about that in my mind, it sounds like someone driving a Mack truck through the back of the videos.
Nah.
I'll just get a portable fan. I can do that sanely.
But fans don't actually make it any cooler in there.
No, they just move the air around. However, since the air conditioner is actually on in another room, I could, in fact, turn it on to pull the air out of that room and blow it back towards me.
Wouldn't work.
No, it never does. Or I could just, you know, put it an inch from my face and convince myself that it's working. Which is what people in, you know, Louisiana tend to do, from what I've heard.
Yeah, probably.
Just convince yourself you're not hot. It's funny, I had a relative of mine who is from Washington State, or lives in Washington State, and the thing is, it never gets hot enough there to need an air conditioner. For that was the case for, you know, nearly 70 or 80 years he lived there. Except, you know, they're all from southern states anyway. So he actually understood the heat problems. But in recent years, it's actually started getting hot enough that people have started needing air conditioners, and no one sells them.
Huh.
So apparently he was the only person he knew who had common sense on how to build a swamp cooler.
Huh.
So, you know, because it was actually bad enough, like, year before last, the people were so unprepared for it that people were dying.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
So, yeah, he was just like, I'll just put a block of ice in front of a cooling fan. There. Like, yay, redneck technology.
Mm-hmm. Works for a reason.
Yeah, if it's the simplest solution. And man, we are getting a lot of damn lag. I wish I knew why. This isn't even a particularly big world yet. I only appear to be able to light TNT from the right-hand side. That's weird. One last block, and I should actually have cleared out this tower completely. Okay, that one liked to prove me wrong. This block is on fire on 4 out of 5 sides, and it's just sitting there.
Maybe you need to light it from underneath.
Yeah, that could be. It might be one of those sneaky TNTs. Good lord, there's still floors underneath. And no, there we go. And it's interesting watching the TNT jump back up about 10 blocks, then fall again. All right, let's go check this. Either way, I think by the time we get back, we're going to have plenty of resources for whatever we want to do.
If only we knew what that was.
Yeah. We don't have a damn plan. It was let's go find shit.
Yeah.
We've done it. We can't deny that. Whatever it is.
I can try.
Oh, yeah. God damn it. Alright, so it's a shame we don't have a portal network set up anywhere. We could just make a home portal. We've got enough materials.
Did you find more modifiers?
No, but I think I have all the materials on me required for building a portal modifier. Well, maybe not the modifier, but for building the main block. Oh, no, wait, I do. That's what I mean. The portal modifier, not the add-on upgrade. There you go. My brain is burning out. Actually, I think it burnt out a long time ago. Instant health. Instant bread.
Instant bread?
Yeah, it's like canned bread. Have you ever had canned bread?
No.
It exists. There's no logical reason it should, but it exists.
I've seen canned whole chicken.
Well, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
No.
Well, no, I can see that. That would feel like an army surplus food.
But it shouldn't be sold in a grocery store.
I don't know. They sell a lot of foods invented for the army in grocery stores these days.
No one needs a canned whole chicken.
That reminds me of one of the first times I realized I was, a horrible person. Because it was this person on, I think it was 60 Minutes, talking about the horrible, oh, wow, I found a basic dial device.
Useful.
And lots of pistons, and I think we're up to 50. We're up to 56 pigmajigs, or not pig spawners. But one of the first times I ever realized I was a horrible, horrible human being. Yeah, but this guy was talking about the horrible side effects of being an adult who was illiterate, and he mentioned that he basically shopped in a grocery store by looking at cans and figuring out what the food was from the picture. And he went to the grocery store and bought, it was like, and there was this really big can and it had a picture of a chicken on it. So I figured, hey, I like chicken. I'll just buy this big canned chicken and it'll be my dinner tonight. And I got home and I was all excited for dinner, and he's crying, like actually crying at this point. He was like, and it was this stuff, I'd never heard of it before. It was called Crisco.
Oh.
And it was one of those things of the people I was watching it with just, I'm like, that's funny. I'm like, no, that's tragic. I'm like, no, that's hilarious. I'm like, how can you say that's hilarious when something blah, blah, blah? I'm like, well, the motherfucker learned to read after that, didn't he? So, there you go. That's why it's funny. He realized he was a dope. He got off his ass. I don't have, and you know what? I feel I actually have the right to make fun of people like that, especially because I am one of the most dyslexic motherfuckers I have ever known in my life. It is, ridiculous how many times I have to read something before I can actually understand what it is.
There's a zombie chasing you.
Oh. But so that meant I learned how to, like, if I'm lucky and I can actually read something on the first try, I can read really fast, as I've learned. If not, it's going to take about 5 or 6 times, because the sentence won't make any sense. I mean, it's not just like letters rearranging each other in the page. Sometimes the entire sentence will have stayed words, but it will rearrange itself. So I'll be like, that last sentence doesn't make any sense. Read it again. Oh. So yes, I am a motherfucker who most people probably would have given up on reading because it's a pain in the ass. I forced myself to learn to read in a new way, or at least read a lot to make up for it. I get to make fun of people that went, no, I don't want to learn that. That's stupid. Because, yeah, the guy basically said when it came to reading, he had never seen a point to it growing up, so he never bothered to learn it, and he quit school in kindergarten because of his own free will. It was just well, you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
I don't feel any pity for you because you're a moron. Why should I? If it's someone who had an upbringing where they weren't able to, I'll feel bad for them. A little.
A little.
Yeah, this is a person who went his entire life going, I don't need to learn to read. Well, evidently you did. Enjoy your Crisco dinner. Yeah, that's when I was like, I'm probably gonna go to hell when I die. That's fine. I get the feeling the interesting people are there. At least the ones with senses of humor. Or what was it my uncle said? Hell for the company, heaven for the climate.
Ooh, that was a very deep hole I almost fell into.
Yeah. That would not have been good.
No.
But actually, there have been many such events. Like I laugh whenever I see a small child fall over and hurt itself. I do.
Hurt itself?
Yeah, hurt itself. Just like if a kid falls over and smacks its face into the ground, I
No,
laugh.
it's more the itself.
Oh, yeah. Children
for some
aren't
reason.
people. I mean, I sincerely believe that. You're not a person until you're like, I'm going to go with like 10. I think I'm being generous. But
It's nice that there's a stairway right up to the top of this tree.
there is, yeah. It's very pretty. And this would be a good place for a little cottage. But no, kids are in it. Though if that depends. It depends. I've met kids who I would consider having personalities, I guess.
Well, dogs have personalities.
Yeah. I still consider all of my pets, even if I care about them, they are an it. I mean, I usually remember their genders and everything. But if if the cat is doing something stupid, it's get it down from there. I still love them. I love animals. Wish I could do something to protect animals. They're still its. I don't need to identify their genders. I'm not trying to sleep with them. Though, the sad thing is when you end up meeting a kid where you're like, well, he's gonna grow up to be an asshole. Because I actually had a friend who had a child that by the time he was 5, everyone knew this kid is going to grow up to be an asshole. Because, all right, so he would... Yeah, that's impressive. I think... Do I have any building materials? Yeah, this is the building material I have, so... Don't worry, I'm not lighting it. I'm just making a bridge.
Of all the times to have a flint and steel.
Bridge of safety. Alright, there we go. Bridge of safety. But, yeah, it was one of those situations where we know, or you can tell just by interacting with him, even after a small period of time, this kid is an asshole. You only become more of an asshole when he grows up. Put it down now. Show up at parties. He would insist, would not let his parents leave the house without him, which is understandable when you're a little kid, because, you're worried about your parents or what have you, or you don't want to be separated from them, whatever. He would then insist people put on whatever DVD he wanted to watch at the time, which he usually would have brought from home, and you start yelling at people when they were talking or interacting with the rest of the party because he could not hear the DVD.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was, okay, your kid probably seriously has Asperger's. I'm not even making fun of you right now. But you really need to hit this child. Because someone else is going to eventually. But of course, these days, you can't say that. You can't be a kid. I disagree. That's probably why I will never be a parent.
Whatever works for you.
Oh, no, I'm kidding. I'm sure we'll trick some child into taking care of us when we get older. Because that's what's important.
Yes.
All right. Where the hell are you, anyway?
South.
Ah, well, I was heading east. That would be the problem. But nah. Yeah, that's one of those. If you know by the age of 5 someone's child is an asshole, you really need to reevaluate their they really need to reevaluate their parenting techniques.
I would say so.
Like I said, if the child does not actually have Asperger's syndrome, and if it does, then I hope they actually get it recognized so that he can go through whatever he needs to be a productive member of society. But if not, when he grows up, he's going to get smacked in the mouth a lot.
Yeah, probably.
I feel the same way about people with,
Creepers.
People with problems that I do, like animals. If they actually have some sort of serious problem that's impossible for them to overcome, I'm willing to give them a lot of leeway. Or at least a lot more.
I thought you were going to say you were willing to put them down.
Well, sometimes. I'm willing to give someone who has a lot of actual problems a lot of leeway because they're struggling. And as long as they're actually, trying to better themselves or at least trying to interact properly, then they deserve a lot of credit. But if they're just an asshole, then fucking kill him. There's no reason not to. Let's be honest. The world is a worse place with you in it. Congratulations. Oh god, I almost jumped down that pit.
That would not have been good.
Yeah. A lot of mountains. Man, this world has generated surprisingly few things of interest. I mean, pretty...
Kind of a shame.
Yeah, pretty scenery, though.
There sure is a lot of autumn forest.
Oh, yeah, there's autumn forests everywhere. Do you need anything like iron or...
No.
Alright. Only got 6 diamonds at the moment.
I think I'm carrying one, too.
Hmm.
I can't be bothered to check, though.
Let's see, that's a giant cliff wall. Oh, it's that mountain stuff.
Mountain stuff.
Yeah, the stuff with things. Ow. Alright, I think my brain is just decompressing after the past week.
Well, the pressure in there is too high, so...
Usually. Oh, I started to attack the block you were on so that I could use it yet. Ah, fuck this. There we go.
Jay, you have a problem.
Yes, not enough TNT to get to the top. Actually, I might.
Really wish I had a flint and steel.
Yeah, it would be the perfect time for it.
Mm-hmm.
Whee! Oh, but there's a...
Just think of all the devastation it would cause, too.
Yeah, that would be neat. Well, I have one. I suppose I could light the top one here. Once you're up.
Wouldn't be the same.
Yeah. Do you want the flint and steel?
No, because I'm already near the top.
Oh, alright. I probably shouldn't light it with both of us up here, though. Actually, no, it'll probably... Oh, fuck.
No, you have to light the bottom one.
Well, that would send all these flying out. The top one will set off all...
That's the whole point.
Fire in the hole. Well, fire on the TNT. Hopefully this won't cut... Well, actually, no, it'll cause a tremendous amount of lag. Why the fuck did I do that?
Yes, the scenery is actually unloading.
Yeah. Okay, it only set off like 3 of the stack.
Okay, don't light anymore.
Nah, I won't. I just wanted to see if it did anything neat down here. Sadly, no.
No, it just caused the world to start unloading.
Well, there's a neat hole over there. It's sort of shaped like a heart, except not. It would be a heart if it had a horrible malformation. So pretty.
So it's like a heart with congenital defect.
Yeah. So, funny thing, do you know where the traditional heart symbol that you see everywhere comes from?
Not offhand, but it is quite late.
Ah, sorry. I figure we'll call it, around 3 or so.
Mm.
But the image actually comes from ancient Roman currency, especially on any coins that had a picture of Aphrodite on them. Because the seed pod is actually the shape of a plant that is now extinct, because it was the single best abortifact that existed in nature in ancient Roman society. You know, it was something you just took after you had sex, and you would not get pregnant at all. It was
Maybe that's why the plant is extinct.
Yes, it is actually. That is exactly why it's extinct. They're extinct. They used it into extinction, and it was on their currency because it was such a the shape of the seed pod was such an obviously known symbol to represent love or sex. So yes, the traditional symbol of the heart represents that you're not going to get pregnant.
Well, if that doesn't say love, I don't know what does.
It's an important thing in love.
I think so.
Let's, ruin our lives.
And also ruin the life of this small person that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah. Let's just, bring someone into the world and then resent them. Or not.
Or be completely unprepared to care for them properly.
Yes. Yeah. Either one of those. Not great. Probably best just not to have the kid.
It's entirely possible to be both, too.
Yeah. It's very just don't. And when you have one, be ready. Because it's not something you're going to want to be surprised by. Then again, I shouldn't say that because as far as I know, me and Rob are both accidents. Actually, I'm sure we are both accidents. We were told, but, my mother was
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, my mother was a firm believer in fate and went, well, you're here. Well, you were there even though we took precautions, so I guess it was supposed to happen. I'm like, well, I'm glad. Glad you felt that way. I certainly like being here. But, if she hadn't, I wouldn't have an opinion on the matter.
No, probably not.
It still reminds me, oh god, I almost fell right down that hole.
Might not want to do that.
So reminds me, did we ever tell you there's apparently a old Welsh folk song a friend of ours was trying to translate into English called Dead Babies on an Island with Jesus?
No.
Yes, and it was apparently one of her goals to try and translate this. Unfortunately, never got to hear the song.
Oh.
I would have liked to have, but she, went on and on about how beautiful Welsh was, and I guess it is, but it all sounds like Elvish to me. And I guess that's what Tolkien based it on, but I'm like, it sounds kind of like someone talking with a mouth half full of marbles. That's probably something someone would call racist, but it does.